an interesting thing with going on to Xel'Naga Caverns, one of the things that a lot of Terrans tend to do is that a lot of times, they tend to go for that one Rat Back expansion sometimes. But we're going to see what they're going to pull off. But I do smell a fast expansion coming from these two teams since the rush distance is very far.
Okay, while we wait for the boring stuff, once again, I'll just introduce one more time. I am H2O Peanut here. We are casting, joined by PCK, a recruit for our division as well, and we are casting a clan war between PMS H2O versus Relentless Heroes RH, and it is a best of 9 matchup with a first to 5 wins. This is currently 2-1 in favor of Relentless Hero, and best of 1v1s. So here we go with Griffith spawning in the 2 o'clock position as the red Terran, and creamyRH spawning in the 8 o'clock position as the blue Terran. So yeah.
So everything is pretty much normal. They're both roughing out their depots, and they're both pretty much just playing very basic right now. We're gonna see.
When the barracks start coming down, that's when we start to see whether or not they're going to be deviating. So we are hoping that, as normal TVT games happen, are kind of a little bit boring, so we're hoping that this game isn't too boring. We do see one barracks coming down from Creamy and a barracks from Griffith as well, just about at the exact same time here. So both players doing pretty much the exact same stuff. It'll be interesting to see whether or not the gases go down. Oh, gas goes down just about the same time from both players. Once again.
Wow, you really gotta love Terran versus Terran, although the sarcastic note right there. But however, it seems to be very standard. Now what I'm looking forward to see is if one of these are trying to go, which one of these are going to go for the fast expansion, or if they're planning to stay on one base.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they go for one racks expand, or if one player tries to do 2 racks kind of early push. With the gases already up, we may not really see a too early of a 2 racks push, but maybe a 2 racks with a tech lab. Does look like Griffith is going around putting a supply depot on the back side of his base just to kind of watch for any kind of drops coming in from that corner. Creamy scouting around, checking to see all these different proxy areas, see if there's any barracks hiding.
Now the one interesting thing is that Griffith is choosing not to scout. I'm trying to be curious if he's trying to go for that kind of playstyle where he's going to rely on his scans, although sacrificing mules, as to compare to Creamy, who's trying to see if there's anything fishy going on right off the bat.
Okay, so we do see a factory going down for Griffith, and nothing really happening here for Creamy, kind of pulling up his minerals, so we'll probably be seeing a fast expansion from Creamy. With these 2 Marines moving out, Griffith is able to scout these Marines. He does see them moving across, so we do see these Marines coming across. A command center is going down for Creamy in his base. 3 Marines from Griffith moving out, and 2 Marines from Creamy. And it does look like Griffith's just trying to contain the middle map here, control the middle of the map. Factory is finished for Griffith, so we'll see here, and it does go command center. So he goes 1 factory, 1 barracks, 1 factory expand. Tech lab on the factory, get some tanks there, be able to get some good defense, and a factory going down from Creamy. So Griffith opting to go factory before expand, and Creamy going for expand for before factory. So pretty standard for both players here. One going for a little more of a safe build, and the other going for more of a gutsy build. Reactor going down on the barracks for Creamy. Double pump out those Marines.
Now the one thing to notice is that Griffith did go for that tech lab on the factory. Now the one thing is that we are seeing siege mode being researched right now. Although he does have no tanks at the moment, it's pretty much safe to get that done right off the bat. Although not advisable from my opinion, because you should probably have the units first before you get the actual upgrade. But right now, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but we are seeing the siege mode being done right now. And we're seeing the same thing also for Creamy right now. A little late, but yeah.
So both players morph in their orbital commands before they send them down to the expansion. Going to drop that mule, build an SCV, and then jump down to that expansion once you feel safe. Do you see Griffith throwing down a bunker in front of his expansion? Creamy still with that SCV hiding behind Griffith's expansion, just kind of waiting to see when that expansion does drop down.
Now we should be seeing that, there we go, the orbital command trying to get out to the expansion right now for Griffith, and we're seeing the same thing for Creamy as well. I'm wondering if they're going to put down some bunkers right right in the front, so to prevent any kind of fast pushes, but nothing out of the ordinary right now, although we do see that Creamy does have a scout to see when the orbital command from Griffith is going to go down. So this way he has kind of an idea of what's going on over at his base. Yep.
So we also do see a Hellion out from Griffith. Probably going to be using that for quick scouting. It is the fastest unit that Terran has. Just want to get a scout, see what's going on. As you do notice that Griffith has yet to even see anything that's going down in Creamy's base. So he is kind of going at all this blind. Doesn't know whether or not he's safer or if he's going for a one base all in or anything.
Although we do see Griffith dropping down the scan to see what's going on over at his main base, and now he is aware that he does see the engineering bay, one factory and one rats, but has no idea what's going on or if he has any more additional type of structures over at his expo, which some parents tend to do over towards the mid-game.
Yep. Oh, so there's the Hellion is coming in and getting sniped out by 2 siege tanks. So he does know that there is siege mode, and I believe he also saw that the expansion is down, so he does know that they are both about on even footing. We do get a quick look here at the harvester tab. We are even, 33 to 33. Gas income is just about the same, and mineral income is just about the same. As we do have both players only on 2 gas. Griffith's finishing up his 3rd gas, only 1 harvester on it, and is finishing up his 4th gas as well. So the gas is a little more in favor of Griffith. Probably going to saturate those up very soon. And there we do see two more SCVs on each of those refineries. +1 vehicle weapons going down for Griffith. So we are going to see him using more of a mech heavy play with those siege tanks. Going to want to strengthen them up as soon as possible. A tech lab going down on the barracks for Griffith, and a reactor on the starport for medevacs.
And now we're just seeing a starport going down for Creamy and also another barracks. I'm feeling that that was a little bit too late because he was only relying on that one barracks and that one factory for a long time, although he did get a very good amount of tanks and marines.
Oh, yeah, we do see actually those tanks and marines are moving around the backside of Griffith's base, spotting, trying to go see what he can do there. He is trying to right click behind the mineral patch, but the units are automatically being pathed back, so he does know that there is a building there blocking. So Griffith will be spotting this attack coming very before it comes, and knowing what is coming with, looks like 12 Marines and 3 tanks coming across behind the base of Griffith, sieging up their tanks, each of them, and Creamy going to be picking off the units from the back of Griffith's mineral line.
And now Griffith is, of course, being in a very horrible position because now he has no way to protect over his workers from that side of where the siege tanks are attacking. So now he's losing time in gathering minerals, which gives Creamy a huge advantage.
And a very nice marine drop on from Griffith there, dropping those marines next to those tanks, being able to take them out without any kind of splash damage, and a very nice way to clean it up from Griffith. With not too many units lost, we do look at the units lost tab real quick, and it is 16 units lost from Creamy with 1475 resources, and only 12 units lost with 825 resources. So most of the losses were of Marines and SCVs, whereas Creamy does lose three siege tanks and a couple of Marines as well.
But now Griffith is going for the attack.
Yeah, it does look like Griffith is moving out.
He's moving out with a lot of tanks. I wonder if he's going to do some kind of leapfrog kind of positioning with his tanks, to see if he's going to slowly progress into there and see if he's going to rally all his units over to where the tanks are going to meet up, or if he's going to retreat back instead of confronting head-on.
We do have a little bit of lag here from Winterborn. Griffith typing some random numbers, doing some math homework while we wait.
He's trying to get his APM up through the chat.
Yep, gotta have that chat APM. It's very important. I guess while we wait, I'll look quick at the stream. We do have 22 viewers, and thank you all for watching, and I am very glad for you all to join us and cheer us on while we wait. Winterborn here.
And just a quick reminder, this is a match between H2O and Relentless Heroes. So far, H2O with 1 win and Relentless Heroes with 2 wins.
Winterborn does end up dropping. So.
Alright, so now we see his version. Now, the funny thing is that the medics are there, but there is no real Marines to be healing. I'm wondering if things get tough, which he's retreating now, but I was wondering if he was going to use those medipacks in order to pick up those tanks, maybe for some drops. I'm pretty sure that if he ends up taking that to maybe the side of Creamy's base, like the same way that he attacked, if he can do some tank drops, that would be great.
We do see a medevac coming around the side, but we do have Griffith actually with a patrolling Marine in that spot, perfectly placed, is going to see this medevac coming across and able to spot that before anything really happens, and doesn't look like he's moving his Marines or anything to really take that out. And also we do have a drop also coming from Griffith, so one drop coming from Creamy and one drop coming from Griffith, going around to the sides. A missile turret on the side for Creamy, going to hit these medevacs before they can really drop anything. Is he going to be able to unload? He's not able to unload all those units before the missile turret takes him down, and able to take out a missile turret and start picking off some of his barracks, but it doesn't look like there's that much damage going to be able to be done by Griffith here with this drop, and he's going to want to try and pick up those units in retreat. And
now he's taking up back all his units back to his base, see if they can try to defend. And actually, he's doing a lot of damage to his base. He stopped all those SUVs from just totally mining and dropped them over to his natural, which is now completely oversaturated, and there's nothing that he can do with his Marines. Now he has to pull back all his units back. He's pulling even back the tanks and even the frigates.
He is able to clean this out. Luckily, with moving those SUVs does help him not lose them, but like you said, he does oversaturate his base well over what it should be. Now transferring them back, also taking the mules. Probably not a smart idea to pull those mules, as they do lose that mining time, and they only have 90 seconds to do their mining. But not too bad with the units lost. Griffith a little bit behind with 400 minerals, 400 resources more lost, as well as 8 units as well. So, but there's a heavy tank army from Griffith. +2 attacks. Vehicle attacks is just about finishing for Griffith, as well as Stimpack. And from Creamy we do have combat shield, concussive shells, and +1 armor and attack for infantry. So Creamy taking more of an infantry-based bio army, and Griffith taking more of a mech kind of army with a lot more tanks than Marines.
But we do see that Griffith has now taken a gold expansion, which is actually very safe. And now he is turning this into an orbital command. And now this is really good, because now even though Griffith did lose a lot of mining time from those harassments and from that initial
hold that thought, we do have a push out coming from our Creamy here with a whole bunch of tanks, Marines, and Marauders, and Griffith's going to siege up these tanks here, trying to take out those units from Creamy. He looks like he is going to hold this off a bit, but those siege tanks behind the Creamy are going to do a lot of damage. Actually, they're just out of range of this orbital command. 2 of them are in range.
And now we see those Marauders and Marines trying to take down this orbital command, and we're going to see if he gets to get it. And no, the orbital command does get to be out of a spot, and we only see one SCP trying to repair it, which is a little funny in my opinion.
We do have these Vikings going to snipe out that medevac. So Griffith able to clean that up pretty well. With these tanks here, though, it does make it kind of dangerous for him to be able to drop that orbital command down again. Griffith is in a little bit of trouble now, as he is forced to stay on these 2 bases, with Creamy dropping down to take his 3rd now. So Griffith will probably want to decide to take the other 3rd instead, and just save himself from that. Oh, it does look like he's actually loading up these medevacs. Maybe going to try some kind of a drop on these tanks here. Oh, it does look like...
And now Creamy's trying to go on the side and try to get into his natural... Actually, he's trying to go into his main. Now he's going to make some really, really heavy damage, because now all of Griffith's units and tanks are all the way back to the gold expansion. So he's going to take some very, very losses, and that's the GG. And blame it on the girlfriend. There you go.
So there is a GG from